Good morning, Emerson. Today is Thursday, March 3rd. On today's show, Jackie Tiongson is in studio to show us some of the latest college fashion trends.
And our very own Pat Lambert is in studio to talk about today's hottest music.
Hey everyone, I am Terry Stackhouse.
And I'm Anna Rodriguez. Thank you for watching this morning. Good morning, Terry. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Now, I've got to ask you right off the bat, Anna, are you a big texter?
Am I a big texter? Yes, I love it. I love texting. It's how I keep up with all of my friends.
Okay.
It's easy.
Now, you're not the only one. I have a lot of friends at the University of New Hampshire, up in the Great Granite State. That is where I hail from. And a group of students, they polled 1,000 of their peers. And 49%, nearly half of those students surveyed, said that they felt guilty for texting in class. Now, is texting in class just the next wave in communication, or should we feel guilty about distracting ourselves?
I think when texting was first introduced, everybody did it. Everyone actually looked forward to going to class and sending a text to their classmate because it was a new way of passing notes. You didn't need to pass notes anymore. But I think it's getting too distracting now. You don't need to have that epic fight with your boyfriend while Marsha is trying to teach us about leads. It's very distracting. It's very rude to the professors, and I think they should feel guilty if they're doing it.
I would agree with you. I think as an educator, I would feel very personally offended if a student was texting while I was going through my very well thought out lesson plan. But you know what? Sometimes I just got to know if I'm going to get a BLT at noon with my roommate and I have to send that text message.
If you were a professor, how would you enforce it?
How would I enforce it?
How would you enforce students not texting? Would you take their cell phones away?
I'd say, give me your cell phone at the start of class, and there are some professors that do that right here at Emerson, and I would hold on to it until the end, because we cannot be trusted. If you have a cell phone in your pocket, you feel that buzz, you're going to take it out, and you're just going to start texting. It's inevitable.
True. That's true. Maybe we should pitch this to Tech Gov for the professional development training courses. We can pitch this strategy, and it could work.
That's not a bad idea. Right now, it's actually time to toss it over to our friend Steve Selnick, who is here to talk about what is making headlines today. Steve, take it away, my friend.
Do you text, Steve? Tell me.
Hey guys, I'm not really sure what you're talking about, but I just gotta finish this up. Hold on. LOL. Okay, cool. All right, hello and good morning, Emerson. I'm Steve Selnick, and here's the news that you need to hear. Steve Jobs crashed his own party and made a huge announcement. The iPad 2 is coming. What's different about this new model of the tablet? A completely new design. Jobs says that the new iPad will dramatically be faster than the older model and will be on shelves a lot sooner than we all think.
On March 11th, that's a week from this Friday, we are shipping in volume in the US, and 2 weeks after that, on March 25th, we are shipping in at least 26 more countries.
The new pad will boast front and rear-facing cameras for video chatting, an HDMI outlet to hook it up to a TV, and will be available in white and black. Now, it seems as if the price range will be in the same range of the current iPad, anywhere from $500 to $900. A dancing bird has never been so popular. Snowball the dancing cockatoo has racked up millions of hits on YouTube, but the bird's sweet moves have attracted the attention of neuroscientists as well. Researchers from the Neurosciences Institute in San Diego have been analyzing videos of the bird for years to verify his ability to synchronize with the beat. Snowball's owner says he is the first animal to ever adjust his dances to the rhythm of a song. He currently boasts a staggering 17 dance moves and seems to be making more each day. Researchers hope that by studying Snowball, they can find a way to combat human disorders such as Parkinson's with music and movement. Well, it was raining money around Sydney yesterday. Thanks to an ATM glitch at Commonwealth Bank, residents of the Australian city are going to take out money only to receive a lot more than they expected. There are reports that people were taking out as much as $2,500, and the machines were spitting $500 bills at anyone who used them. The situation got so chaotic that the fraud squad issued a warning that anyone who kept the money would be committing a criminal offense. But this hasn't been a good thing for every customer. Some members would go to withdraw money only to find that their accounts had been completely emptied. The ATM system and online banking system are down while a solution is being found. Now back to two people that, would take the money and run, Anna and Terry.
I would. If an ATM was spitting out $500 bills, well, first, we don't even have that in America, so I take that back. Thanks, Steve. Now it's time to throw it outside to Lindsay Cannon with today's weather. Lindsay, I'm so sorry you have to be outside today because it is freezing. Are you alive?
Hopefully this week, you'll be breaking out your bikinis and rocking your sexy shades. And hopefully this week, if you're staying
with good old Ross Lippman.
We're back from Lindsay.
All right.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Now it's time to throw it over to Ross Lippman. Ross, word on the street is that there is a new Celtic in town. Tell us about it.
You are correct, Terry, my friend, and good morning, campers. Ross Lippman here to give you your daily recommended dose of sports for this Thursday morning. The Celtics are back home after their road trip out west to start off the second half of the NBA season. They were able to pick up 3 of their 4 games on the trip despite an amoeba of a roster with players coming in and out, and the roster changes keep on coming. The Celtics have signed Troy Murphy to the team. Murphy, he had 2 options, the Heat and the Celtics. He chose Boston over Miami. He says he believes it's the best place for a chance to win a championship. Good news for the Celtics. Murphy adds more height inside for the Celtics after trading away Kendrick Perkins. They played the Phoenix Suns last night at the TD Garden. Paul Pierce warming up for this game in the third quarter. The dunk by Marion doesn't go. Rondo's able to handle it. He gets it to Paul Pierce, and Paul Pierce putting some haterade on the Suns defense. That was a heck of a dump. You don't normally see him get up like that. Pretty good play for Pierce for being a 35-year-old player. The bounce pass to Allen buries the 3. He had 19 points on the night. Fourth quarter, just a minute to go. The bounce pass is inside to Glenn Davis. Davis is able to get the dunk, but he comes up limping after the play. They ended up having to take him out of the game. There's only a minute left. MRI is to be done today. No status yet whether or not he is healthy or his ankle is doing well, but the Celtics did go on to win. The Bruins are on the tail end of their road trip as well. 5 games down and 5 more wins in their pocket. The Bruins were undefeated on this road trip, going into Ottawa to face the last-place Senators. Third period for the Bruins. The pass inside goes into Nathan Horton, and Horton's able to get the goal. That's his 19th goal on the season, puts Boston up by 1, but the Senators would try and strike back. Great defense by the Bruins here. Brian Lee gets the shot inside, deflected by Rask, cleaned up by the Senators, goes to Ryan Shannon. He fires back inside. Another great save, solid defense all the way around for the Bruins. 10 seconds left. The pass around the net goes into Bobby Butler, but it doesn't go. The Bruins are able to hang on and get the win, 1-0. Many believe that December 21st, 2012 will be the end of the world. Well, that day might as well be today for football fans. The clock keeps ticking away to midnight as the NFL's collective bargaining agreement is due to expire. No agreement has been reached, and it is doubtful that one will be reached. Yesterday, Commissioner Roger Goodell met with the Owners Committee as well as the Players Association for over 4 hours. And both sides say, well, progress is about as slow as Vince Wilfork's 40-yard dash time. They may as well have been better off staying at their respective mansions and cleaning their many cars. But then again, these players and owners work so hard, they really do deserve more money, don't they? With the agreement expiring at midnight, a lockout may be imminent, and with a lockout, there may be no football next year. That's it for me. I hope you all enjoy your spring break. Now let's go back to the Queen of Queens and the King of Kings, Anaritis and Terry.
No football? What are you going to do on Sunday?
I can't handle that.
Well, what are men between the ages of 12 and 55 going to do on Sunday? That's the question. Thanks, Ross. It's time for our first commercial break, but when we come back, Pat Lambert presents today's hottest music.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Good Morning Emerson. Now, Terry, I don't know if you know this, and I'm really hoping that you do, because sometimes you tend to live under a rock.
Oh, thank you.
Hence the time you didn't know about Prince William getting married. But we'll go past that right now. You must know that the iPad, the new version came out, the 2.1. What do you think?
Well, I saw the press conference yesterday. I'm not particularly blown away. It's thinner, awesome, but Steve Jobs is a brilliant, brilliant marketer, regardless of if you think you need the product. I mean, what do you think? I
already got caught in Steve Jobs' marketing web by getting 4 iPhones. I have the iPhone, the iPhone 3, the 3G, and I also have the 4. I've been giving out iPhones like Santa Claus. Everyone in my family has my previous iPhone, and I'm really sick of it. I really want him to just make the best iPad ever. Let's call it the iPad Extreme.
Wow.
And just sell it, and you don't have to make another one ever again.
That's awesome. You know, I think as smart Emerson students, we like to think that we are above the marketing, that we are smarter than it. But Steve Jobs, all he really needs is a sweet PowerPoint presentation, a turtleneck, and anything to sell, and I'm going to buy it. But right now, it's time to check in with our friend Omri Rowland. He has been in GME Information Command Central all week following everything entertainment. How is our favorite winner doing this morning?
Well, Terry, you know, I'm not a winner, I'm a buy-winner. I win here, I win there. Good morning, Emerson. I'm Omri Rowland here with your entertainment update and a piece of advice. I live by 3 mottos. Try everything once, it didn't happen if no one saw, and lastly, don't drink more than 1 bottle of wine with dinner. It'll spoil your appetite. One person who does not share my same values is Christina Aguilera. The genie in a bottle singer had a problem putting down the bottle this past Tuesday when she was arrested at 2:45 in the morning for public intoxication. Aguilera was booked in West Hollywood for being extremely drunk and a nuisance when police pulled over her boyfriend Matt Rutler for driving under the influence. Aguilera and her new beau were leaving Chef Mario Batali's Osteria Moza restaurant, where the pop diva reportedly drank 2 bottles of wine by herself. An LA County Sheriff's spokesperson reported that when Aguilera was asked to step out of the car, she couldn't stand, had no idea where she was, and did not know her own address, so they took her into custody for her own protection. Luckily for Christina, no charges were pressed against her, and she was released after only a few hours behind bars and posting her $250 bail. $250 is just a minor slap on the wrist, considering that the bottles of wine she drank that night were probably $250 each. Aguilera's boyfriend, however, was not so lucky. His bail was set at $5,000 and is facing DUI charges. But it's not all bad news for Christina this week. Yesterday, the singer signed on as the 3rd judge for NBC's new singing competition, The Voice. Aguilera is joining fellow Grammy winners CeeLo Green and Maroon 5's Adam Levine as the mentors for the show that will be hosted by Carson Daly. What sets The Voice apart from singing competitions like American Idol is that the first round of auditions is completely based on singing ability. The judges will not be able to see the contestants thanks to swivel chairs that will have them facing away from the stage. Contestants will not come in and sing to the back of the judges' heads. If one of the judges likes what they hear, they can choose the contestant to join their mentor group by pushing a button that will then turn the chair around and allow them to come face to face. Better lay off the sauce, Christina. You don't want to get nauseous from all the swiveling on those chairs. And maybe you should get rid of that boyfriend of yours while you're at it. He doesn't seem to be having the best influence on you. And while I hope one romance fizzles, a few new Hollywood couples are getting hot and heavy. It doesn't seem like Scarlett Johansson is taking her divorce from Ryan Reynolds too hard. The smoking hot actress spent the past few days with a very lucky bachelor in Mexico, that bachelor being Sean Penn. The 24-year gap between the two did not seem to get in the way of their romantic trip to an exclusive resort in Cabo San Lucas. Another divorcee that got men all around the world excited when she announced her split from her hubby is Tron's Olivia Wilde. But sorry, gentlemen, it seems Miss Wilde has found her rebound in Ryan Gosling. The two were recently spotted getting to know each other very well over dinner in Miami, where Gosling is shooting his new movie Ides of March, co-starring George Clooney. What is it with you Hollywood actresses? You jump from one actor to another, and when that one doesn't work, you just move on to the next actor. Here's an idea. Maybe it's not working out because you're both too famous for your own good. How about you try something new, like entertainment correspondence, just saying. And that's it for me in your entertainment update. Now back to 2 people who were also on a romantic getaway in Cabo this weekend, Terry and Anaritas.
You just blew our spot.
Nope,
and second of all, I thought Ryan Gosling was going out with one of the mean girls. I'm so glad Omri just tells me what's going on, or I'd just be lost.
I just knew that he was going to be the Green Lantern, and that's about it.
Now, Pat Lambert is in studio today, and everyone's always very excited on Thursdays when Pat comes in because he always brings us something new. And this week, it's music. My favorite party hit is the Black Eyed Peas, of course. What's yours?
Well, Kanye West and Rihanna, Turn Up the Lights. That new track is unreal. It's my jam. Gets me ready for GME.
It is, and it already has Pat dancing. So it's time now for Pat Lambert Presents. Last week, he presented Jay Leno. Pat, what celebrity did you get a Facebook picture with this week?